We're here obviously with Notts, start of a campaign here for you for a different county, and probably the wicket's a bit different as well, and you've been playing international cricket recently. What do you think you'll be able to bring from that to the Nottinghamshire setup?
Look, I think Dave, having Dave as captain, makes it a bit more comfortable for me in that he knows how I bowl and what I do. Look, hopefully I can take some wickets up front and restrict runs at the end like I do with other teams that I do. And I'm only a small part of the big picture. Hopefully I can have a couple of games where I take a bag of wickets, but really fundamentally I'm just trying to play my part in the game and hopefully offer some advice if people need it or something like that. But I think it's up to people like Dave and those guys to bang the runs and win the games rather than me. I just got to plug it in.
I mean, you've obviously sort of come to the game generally quite late, so there may be, I guess, the one way of looking at it is that you haven't sort of had other experiences that other cricketers have had where they've been set in one form of the game, but you appear to have taken to this like a duck to water. Yeah,
the 2020 seems to... Look, I've kind of been pigeonholed as a 2020 player, but I kind of consider myself an all-round cricketer. But at my age, it's probably not the worst thing to be pigeonholed as 2020 because it means you don't have to get so much miles under your belt week in, week out. So, look, I'm happy to be a 2020 player, and I'll certainly keep trying to do it. And a lot of people kind of have trouble adapting to the game, but it's a pretty simple game, 2020 cricket. There's nothing too complicated about it, especially in my role where all really I have to try and do is bowl as fast as I can for 4 overs and try and bowl as straight as I can. And if I do that, then I'm successful. So
fast bowlers' dreams. But you also mentioned there, and quite rightly too, I think, aspirations to play ODI, one-day international cricket, and possibly Test matches in the future. It's never too late, surely.
I reckon it's too late. I think it's well too late. I'd like to be able to play one-day internationals for sure, but not hanging my hopes on it. But who knows? There's a World Cup around the corner, and I've done okay so far in 2020. So who knows what the selectors will do? I'm still playing one days at home. I'm not playing obviously over here because you can only have one international. But who knows what's going to happen?
Just want to cast your mind back to where you helped Holland beat England at Lord's. Slightly rainy day, but what a day for cricket in the Netherlands too.
Massive. Huge game. Look, it's still my sporting highlight of my life, easily, hands down, above any other thing that I've been involved in. That was just an amazing result, amazing game of cricket. The underdog, massive underdog won on the day. And look, Holland have 5,000 or something registered cricketers. It's like their 31st sport, participated sport, which I can't even name 30 sports. So there's not, it was a massive day, and I still keep in touch with a few of those guys, and it was a great day for me and a great day for Dutch cricket. And look, I don't think I'd be playing for Australia if I hadn't had that World Cup experience last year.
Also going to mention sort of other forms of cricket around the world. We've got World 2020, we've got IPL now, and also the domestic 2020 in the UK here. There's sort of different versions of it. Do you think that sort of the three are all coming together, or are there sort of each one has its own different sort of take on, basically 20 overs each?
I think there's a few different flavours, I guess. IPL's a little bit different just because of the circus that goes around it, I guess. It's not just about the cricket. I think if you take your cricket too seriously in IPL, you'll struggle to get through the tournament because it's a pretty hard graft, and there's so much other stuff going on that not detracts from the cricket, but takes your mind off the cricket. If you're too focused on cricket, you'll do your head in. I guess the flip side of that is something like the 2020 World Cup, where it's really focused on just the cricket and nothing else. And there's no hoopla around it. There's no nothing. It's just straight out slog of the best team wins. And that's, I guess, the other domestic leagues around the world like this fit in between the two. So certainly different flavours, and I think that the brand of cricket that people play on the subcontinent is obviously different to everywhere else. Certainly different to the West Indies that we've seen, and most likely different to here as well. So it's the same game, same sort of tactics, but it's just a bit different, I guess.
I guess one thing about the World Cup is also unique in that where there's 2 games a day with a double header, you actually get a chance to sit and watch some cricket of guys that you're either going to be playing against or potentially with in the future as well. So from a team's perspective, a little bit different, but actually maybe a nice way of doing things.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't actually watch a game. The trouble with it over there was that you never got to see it on TV because it was never... The hotels never had the rights to show it, so you never actually saw any of the games. Look, the double header stuff was good. It was nice to play the evening games where you didn't... you weren't sweltering in the heat because it was damn hot. Yeah, it was. Look, it's good fun, and the IPL's kind of like that as well. Yeah, the morning evening game, and yeah, didn't affect the cricket too much, but certainly affected your sleeping habits in the IPL.